How y'all doing? Live Farm 73 here. I'm just coming in here with a public service announcement, really, uh, because I saw something yesterday that freaked me out, and I want to make sure everybody is watching. It's a couple of things, actually. It's a couple of things. One of them is the most important. So before I get going, I want to say good morning to everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, Guava, Guava. Happy Friday. But before y'all come in, I'm gonna just go ahead and get this out the way because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time. Um, you know, we're gonna do this for a hot second, but I really want to get into this. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sun Energy. How you doing? Two Dimples. How you doing? Wills 803. How you doing? Mister De Niro. What's going on? Sean does it all. Lux throws. How you doing? Her rooted lifestyle, motivation by faith, frugal gardener, beautiful, unplanned. I appreciate everybody for being here because it's kind of important to me. Maggie girl, this is especially for women. This is especially for women, but most definitely for everybody. Okay, but I'm really talking to women and children, women mostly, children second, then men. I ain't saying this don't happen to men either, but this is for everybody, okay? Especially women and girls and children. I'm trying to separate that up because what I saw yesterday, it tore me up. So I'm gonna get into it. Welcome everybody in, okay? Listen, I was in a store yesterday. I'm not gonna say the store because the name of the store doesn't doesn't matter, okay? Because it's not the store's fault. Because all stores do this same thing. And every time I kind of um I'm gonna tell y'all how I handle the situation, and people get mad at me every freaking time, and I don't care. Okay, yesterday I was in a store, and the cashier, I was in line in a store, and the cashier was asking this young lady, I don't know what she was buying or whatever, but she was asking the young lady for her rewards card number. And most stores, now think about this. I'm going to say 99% of stores, I don't shop everywhere, but every store I've ever shopped at, 99 if not 100% of those stores, what do they ask you for your rewards? If you want to get your extra 5%, 10%, whatever rewards you're supposed to be receiving, they say, what's your reward number? And your reward number is always your telephone number, right? If it's not your telephone number, it's your email address. Hey, Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, it's either your phone number or your email address or the last four digits of your social security number. It's always something. And I'm gonna tell you what bugs the hell out of me. Okay, when they do this, and I want I never ask y'all to share a video or nothing because that's not my thing. But I do want you all to let other people know about this one. Okay. So you go into this line and you stand it in line, and it's probably four or five or more people behind you. So this cashier asks you, what is your rewards card number? And you say your phone number, right? Or your email address or the last four digits of your social security number or all of the above, or your email address, all of the above, to get that extra 5% off, to get that extra 2% off, or so it'll roll over so you can keep accumulating your points or whatever it is in a gas station. There was a dude behind this young lady yesterday writing down all this information of this young lady that was giving her phone number to get her rewards. And I noticed this, and I'm behind him. I'm behind him, and he's behind her. And he's typing her phone number in his phone. All I can think to do, and he was young. He was a young cat. So I can't say he was an old pervert, but you don't know what this kid is about to do. So what he said, I say, hey, really, young blood? Really, man? And he said, huh? I said, hey, man, just ask her for her number, man. I fronted him out on purpose. The reason I fronted on him because I wanted everybody to know, and I wanted this young girl to know, I wanted the cashier to know without making, raising the roof, making no smoke. I wanted, I played it like I'm some old man. It's a man back in my day, man. We just asked a young lady for a number. That's what I said, right? So no, it ain't nothing like that, OG. Yeah, I know. I'm just asking for the number, bro. Instead of typing it in your phone. The young lady looked behind like, what? Hey, he typing your number. He must like you. So I kind of played it soft because I don't want to get smoked. Okay. I don't want young blood think I'm fronting and he turn around and make my guts whistle. So he said, no, it ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that, And I seen him erase it, right? He hit the back button and it just erased out of his phone. So I kept the humor in the situation so I don't get killed. Okay. So I'm like, yo, man, I know I'm old, but I don't know how y'all do it these days. But when I was young, man, I tap on the young girl's shoulder and tell her, hey, what's your phone number? You looking good today. You know. So I kept it that light. So he don't kind of get crazy. I don't know what these young kids, man, on something else these days. So, and I don't know what they be smoking. Eh, let me tell you something, and I'm not gonna veer off onto this, but everybody, I don't care. Listen close to me, and you mark my word, cause y'all ain't gonna understand until it's another 20 years, 30 years done past, and then y'all gonna realize what's wrong. Something is in this weed. They ain't making it legal for no reason. I'm telling you, it's not a conspiracy. I done seen the way people act. I done been raised, born and raised in a generation where people were smoking and nobody acted like this because of no weed. Listen here. Listen to me close. Something in this weed, man. Something is in this weed. And ain't nobody questioning that. They don't want to go and get the 2020 poke, but they'll smoke this weed and they don't even know where it come from. So I'm not gonna veer off onto that. But I had to state that so you could understand that I wasn't being no punk. I'm just listen, man. I done lived all these years. I'm not trying to get smoked by no young punk because he being a pervert or a weirdo. Okay. So I don't know if this dude just got done smoking some of that garbage or whatever. So man, so back to the story. So we leaving out the store and the young lady leave out first. So I never get a chance to talk to her. Um, so then me and him is in the line talking, and I was like, hey man, why don't you just go holler at her? You done already, made a scene, blah, blah, blah. No, I wasn't like that, OG. No, it wasn't like that. I was like, did you know her or something? No, I just mess around with. He got caught, he was embarrassed, and let it go. He went out the store. Then it's my turn to get up to the cashier. When I got up to the cashier said she took a picture of him and her just in case something happened to that young lady. So I told her, write my number down too, because if something happened, I was here. And I said, do these cameras in the store work? She said, yes. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all take this little piece. and put it away somewhere because this happened. It don't it oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry about that. Every time I try to do something, man, this phone go off, man. Every time. Every time I'm trying to do something important, this phone gonna ring, probably gonna ring again. Um, but yeah. So my thing, what I do, if you do have a membership somewhere, or if you do have some kind of rewards card number, like I hate saying this because it's so things have gotten so weird. When you're entering your number, look behind you. If a cashier say, and what's your phone number? Tell her you'll type it in that damn machine. I know it's faster for her to type it. You ask her, can you type it? Okay? And you type it. I don't care how many people behind you. I don't care how many people behind you. You type your own code number in, or if you got a rewards card or whatever, you type in your own numbers. Okay? Because other people are listening. Now I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to make myself bigger than what I am, but I'm gonna say this. Okay, um, when I that just threw me off. When it's my turn, this is what I do. I writes it down on a piece of paper, and I'll hand it to the cashier, or I'll type it in myself, or I won't use it. I can't make this up. Now I want y'all to think about this. It's times where it's so many people behind me. When that cashier tell me what's my reward card number, I'll be like, I don't got one. Do you want to sign up? Nope. If there's no way for me to type in my own number, and hold on one second, y'all. If there's no way for me to type in my own number, give me a second. Said some guy was hovering behind me in the grocery store, probably even ear hustling my conversation. As soon as I hung up, my call was like, "Hey, I don't mean to interrupt your call, but I seen you early." See, that's that right there, man. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like you look, uh, you will sit there and have somebody calling you and you won't even know what's going on. Some of these I got a couple of stories for you, and I'm telling you, please listen close. Please listen close. I'm trying to get myself together and I can't. I'm gonna just let it ride. Just forget it. All right. So listen. So when the YouTube thing for me started blowing up and going viral and everything like that, and I know people think I'm crazy, and I know people think I'm a weirdo, and that's cool, but you're not in my shoes. So when the YouTube thing was blowing up and the channel was going viral and stuff like that, people started recognizing me and started recognizing my wife, started recognizing my family, started recognizing my house, started recognizing my cars, and it got to a point where I couldn't go nowhere, right? Without somebody knowing me. Well, I learned real quick when people started showing up at my house. Y'all don't know what that feels like. You don't know what it feels like for somebody to show up at your house unannounced. You don't know them from a hole in a sock. And they said, imagine this. Imagine you were at, I don't know, you were on vacation. Imagine this. This is a true story now. Imagine that you were on vacation and say you, I don't know, you from Ohio or whatever, you from New York, whatever, but you was vacationing in Florida or you was vacationing in Texas, right? Imagine that you were at your house cooking dinner, you got your pajamas on, whatever. It's your day. And somebody come knock at your door, right? Somebody knock at your door. You answer the door because every blue moon you get some strangers or some weirdos at your door, and you knock on the door, right? And you waiting for them to say something that makes sense. Like, you don't know if they Jehovah Witnesses, are they trying to sell you a new roof? They want to cut your grass, they want to rake your leaves, something, right? No. This has happened to us 4 times. And that fourth one, I was not right. Okay. Fourth one, I didn't take it lightly. One of them I wasn't there. So people show up at your house and looking stupid. And I'm looking at them like, may I help you? Lead Farmer 73? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and my wife came down from Wisconsin, and I can't believe it's really you. Is Lady Lead here? What, sir? Sir, may I help you? We drove all the way from Wisconsin to see you and Lady Lead, and we want to see your garden, and we want to see the bees. Sir, did you just look for me and found me? And yeah, we knew it as soon as we saw the RV sitting in your driveway. We knew it was you. And I said, that gotta be it. And this dude is excited for stalking me. And his wife is kept saying, "Come on, Harold," or whatever his damn name. Come on. She's so busy. I'm so sorry about this. I'm so sorry about this. Because she can see in my face. She's reading my face that, dude, I'm about to make your guts whistle. Now I got on my pajamas, and behind the door, I got them Glockwallers out. My wife is up in the window, and you don't even know you got a red beanie on your head. The hell is you doing at my house, man? Listen, sir, don't do me a favor. Don't ever come back here. You didn't ask me. I don't know you. I never seen you before. I never seen your name in the chat. I don't know you from a hole in a sock. Sir, don't come back here no more. But we came all the way down. Can we at least see the bees? And the lady is constantly, sir, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sir, please, please. I appreciate if you leave my house, okay? So what y'all don't know is us content creators, we get peeped on like that. And y'all don't even know it. Y'all don't even know it because we don't make a big stank about it, because we don't want other copycat weirdos coming back, right? And I don't want to be in courtroom fighting for my freedom because I had to make somebody doggone guts whistle because they overstepping their boundaries. You understand? So I don't want to be in that situation. You wouldn't do that to your neighbor. You wouldn't go over your neighbor house and they ain't home, right? Why would you think it's okay? I'm not a celebrity. I'm not Brad Pitt. I'm not Denzel Washington. I'm a normal dude on a social media platform. And I don't care who you are, man. That's some rude shit. So let's get back to the. If you are in a store and everybody, listen, say like a computer screen, on a computer screen, and to get your reward card number, right? The digital pad come up on the screen, on the computer screen, when you cashing out your groceries. You types in your phone number. I'm not gonna name no grocery stores to start with a K, but theirs pop up on the screen. You put in your membership number on the screen. People are standing behind you, watching you type in your phone number. And sometimes you're in a place, when you're in a place of business, right? And I'm going to tell you this other story. I'm telling you, all of this is the same. That's why I said, let me go ahead and tell the story. And they said, what's the last four of your social? And you say it out loud. Or they ask you for your phone number out loud. I want you to understand something. They're asking, this must be a place of business where they're going to ask every single person in here for their phone number, the last four digits of their social security number, and all other kind of private information, right? If you're in an establishment where this is common and this is just, standard practices, don't you think that a lunatic, a weirdo, a creep, or a hacker or a thief won't be sitting in here in the waiting area listening and writing all these numbers down? So every time somebody asks me a phone number and I can't type it in myself, if this is a situation I gotta do, I either write it on a piece of paper and slide it to them, and when they done with it, can I have that back? And I tear it up and take it with me. I know that sounds like I'm tripping, right? I sound paranoid. But until you had somebody show up at your house talk about how much they love you, you don't understand this. And for what that young boy did yesterday that I saw, I was like, man, I don't watch too many of those crime watch TVs, man. I don't watch so many of these crime watch TVs where people is losing their freaking minds and just tripping so bad that I'm like, I don't trust nobody doing nothing, right? So for instance, a young lady, I don't know what day it was, a young lady sometime this week, I seen it on the news. I think it was in South Carolina. Young lady, uh, uh, a young lady got pulled over by what she thought was a police officer. She was going for a morning walk, morning jog. The so-called man put her in handcuffs and kept asking her questions over and over and over again. I'm sorry, kept asking her questions over and over and over again, put her in handcuffs and put her in the back of his vehicle. He was not in a police issued vehicle. He was in a Cadillac Sedan DeVille. He put her in the back of his vehicle, handcuffed, and was driving down the road. He in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina. He proceeds to get out the car and go into the trunk or something. And then the young lady was smart enough to get the hell out of there. She runs in front of a semi truck, and the semi truck driver, he the one saved her. My point of telling you this story, because I'm not gonna go into detail, go look it up if you want to. My point is, man, people done lost their rabbit ass minds. Like out of all the women out there, man, that you don't gotta do this. It's women out there that want you to put handcuffs on them. You dig what I'm saying? For a little fee. Okay. You pay a little extra, she'll let you put the handcuffs on her. Man, you ain't gotta do this, man. You ain't gotta do this. So now we know people losing their minds. We got to be a little bit more tech savvy, if you will. We got to be a little bit more careful now because this ain't back in the day no more. Remember they used to give you the little rewards card that you put on your keychain, and we all had about 20 or 30 of them little reward cards on your keychain, and then you got one car key and one house key. They got rid of them reward cards. And now you pumping all your important information in a screen that's about this damn big, so the rest of the world can see your social security number, your driver's license number, your phone number, your address, all this. I'm gonna tell you two other stories is why I'm doing this video. If you ever go, this is probably any. I'm trying to watch my words. The places where you can go buy personal protection. If you go and you want to use your rights to bear arms, you go into one of these places and you purchase one, right? Well, here's the thing about each and every last doggone one of those stores that you go in. Man, let me forget that bullshit. The firearm store. You go to purchase a firearm, okay? I'm tap dancing around what I don't care. This the only way this video gonna get views is if people tell other people, because they ain't gonna let this go. If you go into a firearm store and you want to purchase a firearm, every store I've ever been in to go purchase a firearm got a freaking flat screen TV to go put in your most private information. And behind you is 10 other dudes or women about to put in all of their private information. You understand? And I ain't talking about some you just putting in your phone number. They got you on a screen putting in your phone number, your address, your social security name, social security number, your alias, your maiden name, your mama name, your daddy name. They got you putting in all of this stuff on this screen this freaking big. While other people stand there, they looking over your shoulder like this, whether they want to or not. They looking over your shoulder because they want you to hurry up so they can hurry up and buy their firearm. Okay? They're not necessarily gawking at your information, but that's what I'm saying is how easy it is for the whole rest of the world to get your information. It's right there on the freaking screen. So I know I go to a certain place that lets me turn the screen. Yeah. Who just said that? Who just said it? Aries 61. Yes. Yes, Aries 61. Absolutely. I think that is got to be the freaking dumbest, most private, prying invasion of privacy I have ever seen. And all of the big screens is right next. So if I want to look at your information, say I'm a weirdo, say I'm a freak. This is all I got to do to get all your information from your whole life is this. There is no rule saying you can't pull your phone out, you can't take no pictures, no video. There is no rules, regulations, or anything. So everybody all walking around like this all the time, you don't know if they're recording your information. You don't know nothing, right? So I got it where I ask my friend that when I go and purchase one, hey man, can I use that one down to the end? I'll wait until we can get down to the end. I only want the end computer because everybody can't see my stuff. Well, these three are open. I don't care. I'll wait. So people always think that I'm being extra when I don't. And what's your phone number? I said, can you let me type it in? Well, I'll type it in. It'll be faster. Well, no. So to me, this is a public service announcement to stop saying all your important information out loud because there are weirdos, freaks, and creeps standing right around you. You put your children, and the reason I say I want women to hear this first because I saw it happen to a woman. Next in line, children. Y'all quick to put y'all kids' names and information on anything, man. Any and everything. All your kids. Oh my God. I could do this all day. Y'all put y'all babies on social media. Y'all put them on the computer. These kids don't know no better than to put all their information on the doggone thing. If a grown up ask a child where they live, if a grown up ask a child what's their name, what's their mama name, their daddy name, what's their address, you've trained your child to know that information. So if an adult asks them for the information, their job is to give it to them. A child will give up that information faster than an adult will, faster than a teenager will. A child is quick because they're proud that they remembered all the information that their mommies and daddies practice with them. You know your address, you know your phone number, you know your grandmama phone number, you know our phone number at work, you know your mama and your daddy's cell phone number, you know your address. Yay! So they're so proud that they know that information, they'll regurgitate it to anybody. And with that same information, you give them a computer, and you don't know half the time what they doing. It ain't Dora the Explorer. They watch Dora the Explorer for about 30 minutes. Next thing you know, they playing some kind of video game that they gotta enter all of this personal information um to access certain levels of the game. So I'm seeing this trend, and people are starting to wonder why are so many bad things happening to them and their children. And I got one. It's not the only, but I have one reason, and that reason is information. Technology is moving faster than laws that they can make for the information. Do you understand what I'm saying? Technology is moving faster than they can make laws and rules and regulations for. So there's no rules, regulations on yada yada yada, and all this technology come out every day, all day, and there's no regulations on any of it. So this is the world we live in now, you know. And if you're not um aware of this, you should be, because everything from you can be taken. And now I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to switch gears and tell you about I know it sounds like, dang, Led, where all you be? I was in a process of going to purchase some tires a week ago. And I was in this tire, I ain't gonna name them either, okay? I was in a tire shop where you can purchase tires, a big, well-known nationwide chain. I was in this tire place, and I got a credit card from them probably 8 years ago or something, right? So I was going to have some tires put on my truck, and the every couple years or so, they send me a new card. The card is always active, but I've used it once on my Jeep. I've never used it on my Tahoe. Stick with me. This means something. So I go in to use that credit card. And the only reason I was using that credit card is because it had rewards that I was going to get the deal of the, buy two tires, get two free wheel alignment, yada yada yada. So that's the only reason I was using the credit card, because they said if you use the credit card, buy two, get two free wheel alignment, all of that. So I pull out the card, I'm in the place, and I'm ready to chill and wait for them to get done with my truck. They about to pull my truck into the bay. I don't even have to wait. Ain't nobody there. So the lady runs my credit card, and she said, it's saying it's inactive. I said, Well, that shouldn't be. They just sent it to me a couple years ago. She said, how long have you had it? About 2 years. She said, have you ever used it? No. I said, I used the old one on my Jeep that's in the computer, but I've never used this one. She says, okay, well, it's saying it's inactive. She played with words. Now, y'all know, if you want to get under my skin, start playing with words with me. If you want to lose my friendship or my trust, start playing with words with me. I don't take that lightly because a few words, a few syllables, and a few punctuations can change the outcome of a person's life. I don't play like that. So the woman says, I'm trying to remember how she said it. She's and the word threw me off because she said, "Oh, no problem. That's no problem. I'll reinstate it for you." I said, "Cool." So when she says, now remember, this all relates to the story I just told you earlier, right? There's a whole little waiting room lobby full of people sitting in very uncomfortable chairs watching a TV about politics in the middle of a tire shop. This place is full. She keeps asking me all this personal information, and I keep writing it down on her pad. And she said, "You don't have to do that. You could just tell me." I said, "No, I'm going to write it down." So by the time we get to the point where she like, okay, your card is inactive. We just gonna reinstate it. I said, okay, cool. Now listen close. It's not a MasterCard, it's not a Visa, it's not American Express, it's not a Discover card. It's just an in-store card. I didn't want none of that, no MasterCard stuff. It's just an in-store card. So she said she want to mm, mm, let me keep going. Reinstate my card and my status. You know what she asked me? What's your name? I writes it. What's your email address? I write it. And I say, here's a few of my email addresses because I don't know which one I got for this card. Then she says, okay, now give me the last four of your social. Stop. Stop. I said, for what? Oh, to reinstate your card, that's all. I said, now see, you playing with words. Now, this is the truth. God, this is a true story. Some of the stuff I go through be seeming so crazy that people don't believe. I said, see, wait, stop. You playing with words with me now. I hope you ain't playing with words with me now. When you say the word reinstate my card, are you telling me you're about to run my credit again? Because for you to reinstate my card, you don't need my social security number because it's right there on that screen. The same screen you looking at. She said, not yeah, kind of, yeah. We need to just rerun your credit, just to get you back activated. I said, well, no. Why didn't you say you need to run my credit to reinstate my? Why didn't you say any of that? You playing with words. See, I said, nah. See, this how you would have messed somebody damn life up right there. She said, what do you mean? I said, have you ever purchased a home? Huh? She said, no. I said, that's why I'm telling you, you would mess people lives up over some damn tires. I said, listen, did you know every time uh you go sign up for some credit, a line of credit, that's an inquiry on your credit. And every time you ask for credit, it don't matter whether you're approved or denied, that inquiry is bad. I said, I'm in the process of purchasing a piece of property. And right now, if you don't know, the bank, when the bank tells you we don't want no inquiries on your credit. We don't want you approved for none. We don't want you denied for none. You can't take no money out of the bank and you can't put no money in the bank. Not in this account. If you're using this account to purchase this piece of land, you can't take no money out. You can't put no, once you're approved, you can't take no money out. You can't put no money in, and you can't charge anything to this account. Stop using this debit card for this account. This account need to um, stay neutral until this deal is over with. And the bank does that because they go through and do so much paperwork. All of those little bitty numbers need to be precise from the day they approved you to the day that you actually sign the paperwork to close on your house or your property. You can't do anything until that. They said, listen, if you got more money coming in, have that money go to another account. If you need to take money out, you need to use another account for that. If you mess with this account and then it becomes time to close, what will happen is there will be discrepancies in the paperwork because the numbers won't match. We'll have to do it all over again. There'll be another fee for us to do it all over again. And what's going to happen if we have to do it all over again, it basically stops the pending on the property or the home that's being purchased. So somebody else can come in, swoop in, and purchase that property because it's back on the market until we do this paperwork over again with the new numbers. And with all of that, we have to redo everything. And on the next loan, you may not be approved because this is counted as an inquiry itself. Long story short, I just wanted to throw some game at y'all real quick. Every time you go and ask for credit, it's hurting you even if you're approved. Okay, even if you got great credit, it still knocks you down a little bit because you keep asking for more credit. I know this sounds crazy. It's just the way it worked. I didn't make up the rules. So I'm schooling this woman that old enough that damn near she should know better. On how this worked. And I said, you would have ruined my whole situation that I'm working on. You don't even know. Would you playing with words? If I would have gave you the last four of my social, you would have typed that in. You would have applied for my credit. I would have had brand new tires and service, but I would have lost out on the deal that I'm trying to do. And you don't even realize I don't give a damn about these tires, but you're literally messing with my lifestyle. And she said, I didn't know that. I said, I know you don't. That's why I just told you. And I'm trying to be nice, but you keep playing with words. She kept doing it. Kept doing it. She kept, oh, them some nice tires right there. Them some good tires. I don't want them tires though. I had to ask her twice, are you working on commission? She said, oh, no, sir. To the point, even her manager had to lean over to, oh, we don't work on commission here. Well, stop acting like it. Stop acting like I didn't say I wanted them tires. Them ain't even the right tires for my truck. I'm not one of them dudes that like my truck all jacked up and squatting in the back with big mud tires on it and bullshit so I can tear off the tie rods from up under my truck. Do I look like one of them young dumbass boys? Damn, come on, man. I want some roll all season radio tires. I don't care what the rappers is doing. Cause I'm black. She black, so she thinking she know me because she black, and that's the dumb shit I want because I'm in that area of my town. Ma'am, I want I want them Bridgestone all seasonal radios. That's all I want. I don't want all that. Let me stop. What I'm saying is she could have ruined a deal for me because she's lightweight, low key prying and trying to manipulate my private personal information. I didn't tell her to run credit for me so I can sign up for another credit card. What she should have asked me, well, sir, since your card is inactive, would you like to sign up for another credit card? When you see the card is inactive because it's never been used, would you like to apply for another line of credit? You see how easy that is when you change them words. It's the words, man. It's the words they play with. But no, this is what she said. That's no problem. We'll just reinstate that with no problem. And then she proceeds to run my credit so she could apply for another credit card that will ruin everything I was trying to do. I'm saying all of that, just like in the beginning of this video, your information is out here. And I know if you're like me, if you're my age or older, this how easy it was to protect your information. Since I've been a baby boy till about 2010, it was this easy to protect my information. You know, that's how easy it was for me to protect my information. If somebody is doing one of these to you, all you had to do was this, right? Them days are over because cameras are everywhere and we're all being watched by every camera. So everybody keep talking about they protecting their peace and they're protecting their information. You're not. It's impossible. And then, oh my God, I'm gonna throw one out there because this is major to me. You go through a drive-through window. You go purchase gas at a gas station. The worst thing you could possibly do when you're going through a drive-through window in a restaurant or whatever, the worst thing you can do is hand them your credit card. Oh my God. The worst thing you could ever do when you hungry and you go through a restaurant's drive-through is hand this child your credit card. You're handing your credit card with all your information to a person in a window that clearly makes horrible life decisions. All of this is pierced up. It's a tattoo here. It's so many tattoos on their face. You don't know what race they is anymore. It's earrings all in the damn earring. It's earrings everywhere on their face except they freaking ears. It's earrings all in their nose, their lips, their eyebrows, their mouth, their eyeballs, in their hairline, and they don't got no earrings in their ear. They got big ass these things in their ear. These things. I don't know what they call them. The earrings in every part of their damn head except the ear. They're called earrings. So no, they get these big ass things and throw inside their earlobes, and then sometimes they'll even put these. It'll be this big, and then the rest of it. Now you drive through the drive-through because you're hungry. You want a burger. You want a sandwich or whatever, and you know what you do? You hand this kid. You hand this child that started their life out making bad decisions. Uh, that'll be 1972. Here you go. You give this child your credit card, and then you know what makes your gut start to bubble is she busy talking to people. You done seen her swipe your card. She ain't just hand it back to you. She kind of disappears. Or she starts pouring Coca-Cola in cups and stuff, and she's turning fries and shit, and your credit card is in her other hand. She flipping fries. She start pulling Slurpees and slushy ice cream cones. And you like, hey, that bullshit now. What are you doing? She starts sweeping the floor with your credit. Hey. She's like, hey, what you doing? You start tapping on the window. You come out your car. You like, hey. She come on. Yeah, did I forget something? Yeah, give me my damn car back. You gave this goof ass kid some of the most important information that, man, they'll wipe you out. And it's so many times people they'll take a picture. Look, they're allowed to have a phone now. Come on now with it now. They're allowed to have a phone sitting at the register. When you listen close to me. When you pulled up to the register, when you pulled up to the window with the little girl on the register, she already on her phone doing this. You waiting for her to open the window, your car window open, and all the heat is coming in your car or the cold coming in your car. You freezing your nipples off while she doing this. And then she finally slide the door open, 1973, and then you give her the damn credit card, and she disappears. I'll be damn. I don't, if I ever have to go through any sort of drive through, I'm giving them cash. If I ain't got cash, I ain't getting nothing. I'd rather go to an ATM machine first, get cash if I'm going to get some drive through food restaurant, and then give them cash. You can't do nothing with that. The little girl sit there with that cell phone and she typing and she texting, she laughing, and all these damn earrings and her whole head. And she text you pull up and she look annoyed. Then you know what? She got the phone. She never puts the phone down, and she got your credit card. This is all it take to steal all your information. Boop boop. Here you go. Look, this is all it takes to steal your information from a kid with bad life decision. Boop, boop. She got your credit card name, number, and then she got the little 3-digit code on the back, the time it expire, everything. So next thing you know, she's shopping at what's the thing, 21 and Me inside the damn mall. Journeys. She's shopping at Journeys inside the mall. I don't know. That's all I could think of. I don't know nothing, no store inside the mall. I can only think of Journeys or what's the other one? Um, Spencer's or something. I don't know the name of them stores. They all look alike and smell alike to me. Every store in the mall smell like candles. I don't know why. Candles and coffee. Or coffee smelling candles. I don't know. Every store in there, whether they sell clothes, jewelry, dog food, everything smell like coffee and candles. But you understand what I'm saying? Everybody keep thinking this is no big deal. This is not 1989. This is not no. Here you go. Yeah, Forever 21. What I call it, 21 and Me. Ain't that's the DNA place? Ain't it? That's the DNA place. My bad. My bad. Okay. So yeah, Forever 21, because that's the first one you walk in when you see the mall, right? And Dave and Buster's. She in there shopping at Dave and Buster's and Forever 21, 21 and Me, and Journeys and Spencer's with your credit card. And the thing about having your credit card and your private information is nobody ever asks you for ID anymore. I remember that when credit cards really started becoming mainstream for everybody, you had to have the credit card and you had to have your ID. And the person at the gas station would do that. Yeah, you grew a beard, huh? Okay, checks out. That's how we used to when credit cards first started becoming mainstream for everybody. Man, they doing everything except for making you drop a urine sample, a stool sample, a fingerprint, and look at a damn eye retina thing. They just didn't even at a gas station, man. All you doing is buying a chili dog. I'm sorry, this ID looks fake. It's a chili dog, boy. Sir, I don't want to lose. I'm just doing my job. Please don't get mad at me. I'm just doing my job. I feel them. This is where we at, man. So I wanted to run these scenarios down to y'all because we in a new world. I, I've accepted it now. You know how you go through grief, denial, and I'm at acceptance that I am not in my own world anymore. I am not in my own country anymore. I'm on another planet. I'm at this age, and nothing about my past, literally, can help me in this present time or future that I'm in. Nothing. All the knowledge that I've learned over my lifetime, I need to scrap a lot of that knowledge and just start over because this is a new world that we live in right now. It's like learning a new language. And to be totally honest with you, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. How much do you? Anybody drive an Uber? Anybody drive an Uber car? Does anybody drive an Uber car? Anybody? So you can give me some real information. Anybody drive an Uber car or have done it? Not Uber Eat. I need transportation. Anybody drive an Uber car? Anybody? Because I need some information for people that drive Uber car. TJ, you drive an Uber car. Anybody else drive an Uber car? Because I need as much information as I can get. Okay, you did. That's good enough. I just need you to be knowledgeable about driving an Uber car. Anybody else drive an Uber car? Don't front act like you don't drive no Uber car and you drive an Uber car. Okay, y'all. I ain't doing this to say nothing bad about you. Okay, I got two people to drive an Uber car. All right. So here's my question. Um, because I don't know. I'm from the era of black and white cab, checker cab, and yellow cab. So I don't care. Lyft is a good one too. Lyft and Uber car. I don't care which one it is. It's new age. I ain't got no ride from nobody since it was checker cab, yellow cab, and black and white cab. That's the last I've gotten a ride from somebody. So if you drive Lyft or you drive for Uber cars and them, this is what I got a question for you. Do you know roughly how much it would cost for an Uber car ride back to 1985? Shit. How much exactly would it cost me to so I can hire an Uber car to get back to 1985? I promise. I promise. I swear to you, I'll give you 5 stars. Just get me back. I will. I will give you a tip on the phone, tip through the phone. And when you get there, I'm gonna give you another tip for just coming and taking me seriously. And then before I exit your vehicle in 1985, I'm gonna give you gas money to get back to this day and age, and I'm gonna give you another tip just for looking out. How much exactly? Please tell me, please. How much could it cost me so I can start saving to get me back to about 1985? I know I ain't got that much money. So if you can't get me all the way back to 1985, at least get me back to 1989. I might not have enough to hit the early 80s, but I will max my credit cards out just to get back into the 80s, man. Please, please, somebody give me an estimate. If somebody can give me an estimate about how much it cost me to get back to 1985 in an Uber car, I would greatly appreciate it. I know y'all can type it in and give me the GPS, and then I don't know how y'all charge. I ain't never been in one. If somebody owns a DeLorean and they drive for Uber, please holler at your boy. Please, I'm begging. Okay, I had to put that out there. That was just for me. Okay, that wasn't no information for nobody else. That was just for me. I was being a little selfish right there. That was personal for me. I had to woosah for a minute. Everybody, take your information more serious. And if people get mad at you for taking your time to guard your information, then the hell with them. If they get mad at you because you want to cover up your information, if they get mad at you because you prefer to write your information on a damn piece of paper and slip it to them and then slip it back and tear it up, screw them. Man, it's people out here snatching fools. Listen to me. It's people out here snatching people up off the street. And this is what now, if you like me, I'm a crime watch buff, right? I like to watch a lot of crime. I don't like to watch crime. I like to solve mysteries. Okay, I had to reword that. See that playing with words? Because I was about to say, man, I love to watch crimes. I gotta reword that because it almost sounds like I'm a lunatic. I like to solve mysteries. Okay. So I've been watching these shows, man, and I've been doing it for years. And the first thing that's on every show, I don't care what crime detective show it is. I ain't talking about the fake ones. I'm talking about the real crimes, first 48 and stuff. There's always one thing in common for every crime, every show, every mystery. Is very, 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 very seldom. It's very rare that it's random. It's very, very rare that it's random. I'm going to give it up. I'm just going to pull a number out my crease and say only 1 out of 20 crimes are just random. Like this dude snatched this chick off the bike trail and put her in the trunk of the car just because he could. Random. It's always that's very, very seldom. I mean, very rare. Very rare. Usually, when they finally find the criminal that did the heinous crime, he been stalking a person for a while. Some kind of way he got all their information. He knew where they live. He knew what time to go to work, what time they come home. He knew what time to go to bed. Some kind of way, most of the crimes that happen, they got all their information from somewhere. And usually when they're interrogating them, like, Bradley, Bradley, what made you pick Jennifer? Out of all the other people at the park, what made you pick Jennifer? And then he started talking about, I saw her in a convenience store one day and I thought she was hot. So while she was giving her phone number for her rewards card, I wrote it down in my phone. I Googled the phone number and it gave me a picture of the same girl's face that I saw in the convenience store. It also gave me her address. So I looked at several addresses that it gave me and then found out this is the one she lives at. So I stuck around for a while to see when she comes and goes. And then I found out Okay, she works at the Waffle House down the road. She gets off at 8, and that's when I knew to make my move. Every freaking time. Because every crime is so, I ain't gonna say perfect, but you understand. Every crime is so detailed that this ain't random. This is not random. How did you know all of this stuff? How did you know to go through the back door? How did you know to come through this window? How did you know where she kept her spare key? How did you leave out of the house without unlocking and locking the door? He been watching. How did you know these children was in the house by themselves? He's been watching. So today, I just want to put this out here. Please protect your privacy. Protect your privacy and protect your peace, protect your space. I'm not playing. If you look at it, and I'm gonna give y'all a little homework. You ain't got to turn it in. This is for practice. I want you personally, to go write down every single place that has all your personal deep information. You don't got to do nothing. I'm just saying, write it down. How many people know your social security number? And when I say people, I'm talking about your job, this bank, this store, this car dealership, blah, 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 blah. And I want you to use that information that you write down of how many people got all your sensitive information. I just want you to reflect on it. Your information is everywhere. And here's the thing about it. All it takes is one freaking lunatic to share your information to another lunatic. And I'm not going to talk about that subject, but all it takes is one. Okay? The doctor's office, HIPAA law. Let me tell you something, Patricia. Every time I say something about medical and information or whatever, they say something about the HIPAA law. I stated something about this a few weeks ago, and everybody kept hitting me with the HIPAA law. It's illegal for people to do yabba yabba yabba. It's illegal for people to do blah blah blah. Let me tell you, I told you we're in a new world. We're in a new civilization. Can you answer this question for me? Does it look like anybody in America or around the world is following the law right now? Does anybody look like they give a damn about the HIPAA law? Does anybody out here, because look, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Ain't nobody following no laws, rules, regulations no more in this new world. Nobody. And let me tell you something else to prove it. If you go on TikTok and you watch a handful of videos, I guarantee you, if you go over to TikTok platform and watch it for about anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, you know what you're going to see at least once? A nurse in her scrubs, tight ass scrubs, with her phone somewhere, recording a new stupid ass dance with an old man laying in the back on his bed praying to God. No matter what, they in the morgue twerking. They over here by the lunch cart twerking. They over here giving report twerking, doing the latest TikTok dance. Twerk, twerk, twerk. And you want to know something? Every last one of them has their jobs and they're safe. The HIPAA law, if we want to be real, if the HIPAA law really enforced itself, there would not be none of every person that did anything in them videos would be fired. If you can't wait to go home and shake your ass, you need to go figure out something else to do. You mean to tell me you can't wait and go and knock this 12 hours out and go on and damn go to the house in your bathroom and shake your booty cheeks? You what? You so bored at work. And it's look, they'll be sitting here twerking on the damn thing in a hospital room with an old lady with a damn colostomy bag that need to be changed over in the corner. All the patients is sick and they ain't looked after. And then the patient's family coming in talking about some, why my mother been changed? She getting a bed sore on her ankle. Why ain't she been turned? Why ain't she been moved? Why ain't she been ambulated? Why is she swimming in a damn pool of urine in the bed and she ain't been changed? Why she been sitting on a bedpan for the last 3 hours? Because the whole bedpan ring is around her booty cheeks and is purple around the booty cheeks. How come? You know why? Cut the dumb little twerking on tic-tac then. Twerk, twerk, twerk. Whole people is dying because you want clicks and views on your booty cheeks. Go home with that bullshit. Go on back to the house. You came to work to twerk. I like the sound of that for some reason. You came to work to twerk. Go home with that bullshit. The HIPAA law is just there, like all the rest of these laws, is put in place to enforce itself upon the people they feel like enforcing it upon. The HIPAA law and all the other laws are not universal for everybody. All the laws are put there so they can punish the ones they feel like they can punish. They are not there universally to solve crimes and bring justice to humanity. That ain't why they're there. I done seen people talking about, and listen, now this is when I was working in the hospital. I done seen people talking about other people about to die in another patient's room. I will be in a room with a patient, somebody in this room helping me with this patient. And be like, you heard about Miss Gina Faye down in room 23? What happened? Oh, she good as dead. While we're standing over another patient that's nonverbal or something. So when a patient is nonverbal, automatically you think that they're not there because they can't say anything. So people start talking. Yeah, she good as dead. Yeah, we was just in there a minute ago. It was short breathing. She out of here. I give her. I got $20 bet and a plate of fish sticks down in the cafeteria that she'll be out of here by at least 7:30. Tell me I'm lying when I ain't. HIPAA law my ass. You will be talking about, look, you will be in a patient's room with their family members, and the family members say stuff like this. The family members, they'll ask you, will my mother be okay? Do you know when exactly she'll leave? And then you will hear a medical professional say, oh, she'll be fine. I'm pretty sure she'll be fine because the lady down in 23, if she can live through that, because she had this, that, this, a hole in her head, hole in her chest, hole in her back, holding, missing 15 ribs and missing a leg. If she can make it, your mama gonna be fine. HIPAA what? HIPAA who? HIPAA what? HIPAA who? HIPAA what? HIPAA who? No, I'm sorry. I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all. where I'm just trying to be quiet. Matter of fact, when people start talking, like, I leaves. I don't want them to say, well, Led was in the room. Well, that other guy was in the room when they was talking about the lady across the hall. Ain't nothing left for her but a row of teeth and an eyeball, and she still made it through. I don't want no parts to that. I don't want to. Well, the nurses that was in the room earlier, they said my mother would live through that because the lady down in 23 wasn't nothing left for her but a pair of house slippers, a colostomy bag, a row of teeth, and some eyeballs and a wig. And she made it through. She lived. Why come my mama didn't? I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be pulled into no room and have no and be questioned about how come they knew wasn't nothing left but a wig, an eyeball, a row of teeth, and some house slippers and a colostomy bag down in room 23. How did they know that, Led? I don't want to talk about it. Cause of her, cause she was talking, cause she wouldn't shut up. Oh, I'm sorry. This video took a wide turn, but I want I wanted to come in here really and give y'all this information. So please let your family members know, let your children know. Cover up your information. When you at the gas pump, look around for that camera where you slide your card in. It'd be right under here. I wiggles that when I go to a gas pump, I wiggle that sucker first. I look under there and see if there's any little pinhole cameras anywhere, and I still cover that boy up. It take me longer to pay for the gasoline than it does for me to pump a full tank of gasoline. Because I'm sitting there, I'm inspecting the pump. I'm looking in the little screen that always got the commercial talking crap when I don't feel like hearing it. I'm looking at everything. Then I finally put the card in. And if I just still don't feel good, I pull out, give me $5. Give me that $5 out the ashtray. Give me that $5 out the ashtray. I know I need to fill it up, but I don't feel good about this place. I'll go in there and get them people cash money. Cash Money Record taking over for the 99 and 2000. You just got a stupid back, yeah. That day, I give people cash money. I'm telling you, I would rather put $5 in my tank than trust half of these doggone places you put your card into. I wiggle anything. Let me see. Anything you got to put your card into, you got to wiggle it a little bit. You got to wiggle it a little bit, see if it's real. If you got to go stick in your card and stuff, wiggle it around first, see if it's real, and get your head out the gutter. But you gotta check on that thing, see what you about to stick your card into. Okay, ain't nothing different with your credit card than your bedroom. Before you go to sticking your card and stuff, you better examine it. You better inspect that thing real quick. Okay. And when that thing say take your card, hurry up, take it out. If that thing say remove your card, remove your card, take it out quick. Okay. If it prompts you to take it out, hurry up, take it out. Let me stop. See, I'm going off. You always pay inside. I don't trust the inside people neither. So look, this I'm about to say something that people may take the wrong way. Before you go giving your card to people, I want you to think about this. You got your credit card. And before you hand your credit card to this young kid or this young lady or this young man, I want you to ask yourself a question. Is it more money on this credit card than they'll make in a week? Listen to me now, and y'all tell the world this one. Tell the world this one. Before you hand your credit card to this person that's serving you or helping you, before you hand your credit card, ask yourself this question. Is it more money or line of credit on this credit card than what this person makes in a week? If the answer is yes, go ahead, put that back in your pocket. Okay? What you do, okay, if you at a restaurant, you go to one of these stores and purchase that restaurant gift card. You purchase a gift card for that store. You can put as much money on it as you want. I want you to think about this now. You know you like going to, I don't know, let's say Applebee's. You like going to sit down Texas Roadhouse. Go buy $100 worth of Texas Roadhouse gift card. So when you go to Texas Roadhouse, give them that gift card. So if they steal a little bit of money on that gift card, then you ain't hurt. They ain't going to buy no Lamborghinis with that gift card. But if they steal the information on your, I don't even put my, yeah, and you know what? I see a lot of people do this. I see a lot of people do this here. A lot of people do this. They look at the bill. The waitress, she give you the bill, she hands you the bill, and she do this. You look at that bill like, ooh, ooh wee. That's gonna be a tough one there. You put it in that thing and you set that envelope to the end of the table so the waitress can come pick it up, don't you? Don't you? Shit, not your boy. How you gonna give your credit card to a woman or a man you ain't never seen before a day in your damn life, and they go to the back room with them boys? No, ain't gonna do it. Shit. Since when? Think about it. Just because you sitting in this restaurant, you think it's okay and it's safe to put your credit card in this oily little book with your tab in it, close it, and for this girl or this boy to come and grab it and take it to the back room and be gone for about 15, 20 minutes, come back and hand it back to you, you take it out, put it back in your wallet. This is not 1984. Where back then they had to run that thing on that big chook chook. I don't know if y'all see, y'all might be too young for what I'm talking about, because you ain't gonna understand what I'm talking about. Back in my day, it was the chook chook. You know what a chook chook is? Look, you take your credit card, you put your credit card on this thing. They got this big ass box, big metal box. You put your credit card on there and hold it down tight, and then it's the thing at the end of it, and it said chook chook. Chook chook. I like to do it twice to get a good stamp on it. Chook chook. And now you get a copy, I get a copy. There's a carbon. Give me the carbon paper too. On the chook chook. Back in the day, that's what they had. Now, if you do something stupid, the chook chook gonna tell. Cause I got the piece of paper what you gave me and the carbon sheet with the chook chook. Chook chook. You couldn't steal nothing off the chook chook. That's why I say, give me that carbon paper too. Give me that carbon paper too. No, man. No. I want you to think about that. See, she chook chook it in your face back in the restaurant days. Chook chook. Right there at the table, you chook chook it. Now she disappears. Think about that. How dumb that would you right now? Would you just give your credit card to some dude for no reason, and he say, "I'll be right back. I'll take care of that for you," and he leave for 15, 20 minutes and come back? You feel okay about that? Shit. I need to be looking at you, looking at my card, while I'm looking at you, looking at me, looking at my card. I don't leave with that. That's to me, you taking my credit card It's like you said, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take your baby. I'm about to take your baby to the back room. We're gonna be gone for 15, 20 minutes. I need you to trust me, and then I'll bring your baby back. You foaming at the mouth. You got to be foaming at the mouth, crazy. That's how personal you better take your personal information. You won't let your child go to the back room with nobody for 15, 20 minutes. Don't let this young lady, this young man run off with your damn credit card. Because if they mess with your child, it's going to ruin your life. If they mess with your credit, they're going to ruin your life. Shit. And these days, your credit, it's so important. It's so important to keep on tabs of that credit. It's so important. I know people are like, I don't do credit. I just do all cash. You a fool. You a fool. It's a game that you got to play with credit. Did you hear what I said earlier with them tires? Remember? I said, now, I had the money to purchase my tires. I had cash money to pay for my tires on my truck. But if I use my credit card, I was going to get 2 tires for free and a free wheel alignment. So as soon as they put that on my credit card, I take it and now I go back and I pay it off. So now I just built my credit even more so I can make real power moves out here in this world, but they ain't got nothing from me. No interest, no none of that bullshit. It's a game, and if you don't know how to play, listen to me, yo. Everything is a game. And with every game, there's rules. With every game, there's rules. With every game, there's a way to cheat. With every game, there's a shortcut. The only thing you got to do is figure out you got the game, you know the world and the system is a game. You have to figure out how to play the game, but then the only way to win the game is either you got to know all the rules, you got to know the loopholes, you got to know the shortcuts, and you got to know how to cheat. Because I done told people this. There's not a rich millionaire or billionaire that has not cheated. There's not a rich millionaire, billionaire, or trillionaire that has not used a loophole, a shortcut, used every rule, law, and regulations and whatever they doing. It's a game, and if you don't know that stuff, you're going to be poor like me. So unfortunately, later in my life, I start figuring out the game. I start figuring the game out. Unfortunately, with bad back, knees, hips, everything. Unfortunately, I know my time is running out where young folks can take this game and do something with it. It's loopholes in this game, man. It's wormholes in this game. And if you know what wormhole, loophole, and shortcut to get through, you can make it to the top and then show everybody else the game. So the only reason people is rich and wealthy is because they know the loophole. That's it. All right. So I'm sorry this video took a couple of different turns, but I thought I would kick a little game to y'all that I've been watching and paying attention to that it seemed like everybody is all willy-nilly about these days. I'm just saying. All right. So with that being said, everybody enjoy your Friday. Thank you for watching. Please, if you keep watching, I'm going to be doing a whole energy change, and I want everybody to know that. So I know y'all probably going to get bored with it, but you better catch on. This new renewable energy that I'm on this kick, you better get on board. This is as important as the computer coming in, taking over people's lives, cell phone coming in, taking over people's lives, and the light bulb, automobile. I'm telling you. You better get into renewable energy. So that's what I'm going to be talking a lot about. And I'm going to be talking about a lot of products. Don't hate me for it. just, just pay attention. That's all I'm saying. If everybody enjoyed this video, thank you so much for just even being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for representing, and thank you for listening. With that being said, Live Farmer 73. Stay safe. Stay sane. I love you, and I'm out. Peace.